What's up, people? It's Nat Black Kevin back with another vlog, and again I am on Instagram live. I'm live on Instagram, vlogging to the audience live as well as talking to you fun people. Anyway, today, this one was kind of a last minute inspiration because today we're going to speak about social media word of mouth, and the reason why we're going to speak about it is because two key events happened in the last 2 days actually, which have really blown up on social media. And in my opinion, they wouldn't have been so big if it wasn't for what social media is made of and why people use it. So those two key events, one that has just flooded my Instagram feed with hilarious memes and whatnot, is about United Airlines, right? Okay, I shouldn't be laughing because what actually happened it's not funny, but what I see on my Instagram feed and my Facebook line, people have made it into something funny, and we're just going to talk about that. The other one is about the unfortunate event that happened in Dortmund, where there was about 3 explosions near the team bus, and unfortunately Barter got injured, defender for Dortmund. But what we're actually going to speak about is the hashtag that was used and encouraged by Borussia Dortmund and their fans called Beds for Away Fans, which again, without social media would it blew up. So let's just talk about this incident that happened with United Airlines, just in case you don't know. And again, I don't know the full story. I don't think anyone can know the full story unless they were there on the plane. But what happened, what I'm told and what I read that happened was United Airlines, they overbooked their flight, which it's quite a common practice. It happens quite a lot. It's not rare, but they overbooked their flight, and they needed seats for their air crew, 4 seats. Anyway, one man decided that he didn't want to give up his seat, which is, yeah, bruv, you pay for your seat, you don't have to give up your seat. You told you, nah, go home, I'm not giving up my seat. But anyway, he didn't want to give up his seat. So he was forced out of his seat by 2 police officers. They came onto the flight and they legit dragged him. They dragged the man down the aisle. Man was screaming and saying, I want to die. His face was bloodied up, everything. They dragged him and they dashed him off the plane. Simple, bye, see you later, you're gone. And people recorded it on their phones. And what they did, they recorded it, they put it on Instagram, they put it on Facebook, they put it on Twitter. And it blew up. It blew up to the point where United Airlines, their stocks the next day dropped by something crazy. Was it 10%? I don't quote me on the figure because I don't know the actual figure, but their stocks dropped by something crazy. And people are all over the internet saying, how dare you do something like that? That's mad, you can't do stuff like that. And the outrage was so incredible that, I felt for United Airlines PR team that next day, because that must have been a job and a half, to see what they want to come up with. But it prompted United Airlines to release a statement. There's a bunch of other airlines are now pointing fun. I've been seeing some memes from Southwest Airlines, which is another American airlines, talking about, how we don't drag people, we look after people. Anyway, some kind of clever marketing that they think they've got going on over there. But the most incredible thing I've seen, and it's not even incredible anymore because it happens, is what normal people on Twitter and Instagram have done with it, and the memes and how they've turned it into something comical. And it's interesting because that kind of word of mouth, right, that right there is what has brought the attention to it. People created memes and saying if I was that man, I'm showing up to work, I'm showing up to court the next day in a wheelchair and a neck brace and, eating my muffins and whatnot. It's stuff like that, right, that has turned it into what it is and made it so, put it into the media framework. Because right now I can go online, there's the Mirror's done an article on it, the Telegraph, BBC, ITV, they've all done articles on it, right? And they've all taken very separate strands, right? You can write a general article on the event itself, but then there's another article looking at the man's history, and then there's another article looking at United Airlines and how this isn't the first time they've done it. And then that was created through what normal, regular people took with it and put on social media. Do you know what I mean? So you could even look at social media word of mouth, and it's nothing new, but is it the greatest marketing and advertising tool known to man? Seriously, think about it. When you got something so great that could just come out of nowhere, it's not even planned, right? Obviously this isn't a marketing thing, this is, it's kind of a horrible situation, but think of it like that. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about with what happened with Borussia Dortmund and AS Monaco last night. This is a Wednesday, so last night on Tuesday. What happened? So that unfortunate event, 3 explosions outside, the Dortmund hotel, one on the team bus and whatever, right? And obviously the Monaco fans were left stranded for a little bit because obviously, right, you pay for one night and then you go back to Monaco the next night, but now you got to find another hotel that's going to cost money. So like Dortmund and their fans use a hashtag, Beds for away fans or Bed for away fans? I don't know, but something along them lines. And with that hashtag, like a whole football family was able to be created and people were able to communicate. Monaco fans were able to communicate with Dortmund fans, and like go to their homes with open arms, eat food, have a bed to sleep in, and just live the football lifestyle. And I look at that and I sat back and I was like, wow. Something so tragic can turn into something so positive like that through the power of social media, word of mouth. Now that right there, that is an example of great advertising and marketing. Like, of course, they didn't want to use it like that, but that's what it essentially was. Now, when you, again, just through normal people, like this is a total different situation. No one's creating memes about it. No one's poking fun at United Airlines or Dortmund or Monaco, but it's still that same concept taken into something genuine. And I just wanted to ask you guys, like, social media, like, and the word of mouth, like, let's forget all the other uses of it, right? But word of mouth specifically created by fans, by themselves. They haven't been asked to do it. It's not like some organization is creating a marketing campaign and says, share this now, retweet this now. Nah, it just comes from the heart. You know what I mean? That is the best type of marketing you can wish for. And I'm saying, when you create something so powerful like that, if you do, and you don't even have to pin a message on the back of it saying share this, it's gonna happen naturally, and people are gonna join on and love it. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I was like, those very two key things there. Now, honestly, like, for real, like, okay, what happened with United Airlines wasn't fun, yeah. But please, I beg you, go on Instagram, yeah, go on your search thing, yeah, type in United and look at the memes, man. You will laugh your head off at some of these memes. They are hilarious. I don't know if you see Aussie Man Reviews, but Aussie Man Reviews did one, yeah. And it was too funny. Look at Aussie Man Reviews United Airlines, man. His jokes, it's hilarious with his Australian accent and him cussing every now and then. It's too funny. And then check out, if you ain't seen it yet, check out Bed for away fans, yeah, and all that. But alright, people, take it easy. Peace out.